I believe we have run out of
You can do it, guys!
Back in 5 minutes. If I'm not back by then, wait another 5. Maxwell, come on. A minute of your time.
I can't.
Why don't you drop by tomorrow for the opening party? I could use your support.
I shall see what I can do.
Oh, I almost forgot. Here, take one.
First drink's on me.
That is a terrible policy. Do you have a permit for that?
Not now, Eliza. I'm a little busy handing out flyers. Tomorrow's the big day. Eliza, I know you are very eager to inaugurate the bar, but the opening is tomorrow.
And risk having someone else cut the tape before I do it? Again? Not happening.
You're late with the shipment again. That's the 3rd time this month.
I'm honestly surprised I made it out of there.
Filthy nut smugglers. They're becoming smarter and more organized by the day.
What are your orders?
Take the secret route down to Ciudad Juarez. That should buy us some extra time.
Aye, aye, ma'am.
Are you really in the mood for jibber-jabber? Okay, but remember, I tried to warn you. Do you have a moment, Lorraine?
Sure do. What do you need?
So, my dear,
Nope.
you do not even know what I was going to say.
You were gonna ask me if Tucker and I were voting for you in the next election.
Well, that just proves how little you know about me, Lorraine. What I was actually going to say was... Well, yes, I was going to ask exactly that. But how could you say no? I was under the impression we were friends.
Of course you were. I mean, of course we are.
Lorraine, about what happened to your last store.
Eliza, I'm sorry to be so blunt, but get your head on straight. Your kid's a sweetheart, but she should never have access to a wrecking ball.
Come now, Lorraine. You know my offspring would never do anything to you. She adores you.
Oh, is that why she jumped out of the driver's seat and yelled, "Suck it, fruit lady! This is what you get for marking up your tronques!"
How could a wrecking ball cause an explosion of that magnitude? What in the name of Hamilton's Holy Quill did you have in that basement?
Just some fireworks left over from last 4th of July.
You are telling me that massive explosion was because of some sparklers?
Well, they were very high quality.
Going back to that unfortunate incident with your store. Look on the bright side.
The only bright thing in this mess was the white flash that took my store from me.
Oh, do not be so melodramatic, Lorraine. Town Hall paid for the building. You are in a better spot. And Amos is nearby should you need assistance.
Joy.
How much did you lose in terms of produce? $50?
$50? More like 5 million acorns. Yes, a year's worth of acorns.
I think it is time to settle your complaint about the construction plans.
Sure. You can start by telling me your plans for the third floor of my building.
It is just a plan B in case my attempts to return the orphans to Corona fall through.
Oh, I know how your plans pan out, Eliza. Which means your plan C is dropping those kids in my lap.
You should give it a chance. Children are the most precious gift we can receive.
Look me in the eye and say that again, Eliza. Say it like you mean it. You will not saddle me with several mouths to feed for the next 10 years just because it's convenient for you. Now give me back my Shark Tank.
Shark Tank? Why would you ever want a Shark Tank? What are you, some sort of spy movie villain? I usually let Amos handle this sort of thing.
Oh, no, dear. No need to bother the sheriff about this. Everything's just fine.
All right, Lorraine, I must be taking my leave.
Have a nice day, sweetheart. Eliza, wait. Don't you think there's something we should go over before you leave? It's that time of year, after all.
Christmas? Nonsense. That's still a few months away.
Don't play coy with me, Eliza. Now, let's take it from the top, shall we?
Well, isn't this a beautiful day?
It sure is, dear. But something's missing.
You're right. What I really need to feel complete as a person is something sweet and yummy.
Don't worry, I've got just the thing for you. Twonkies!
Twonkies? Wow! Sounds delicious.
Here, have a bite.
That's exactly what I've been missing all my life. I am Mayor Eliza Barrett, and I approve these Twonkies.
Now that wasn't so bad, was it, dear?
At least this cursed endorsement pays for all the offspring's messes.
Dear fools, I'm on my break at Mike's Diner. If you want something fixed, do it yourself at your own home. Or just wait for me. Whatever. Love, Linda. P.S. If I catch anyone fooling around in here, I'll wrench 'em good. Don't test me.
Nothing I can do for Christine right now. But worry not. She is always there when I need her. You may want to see me cavort in filth, but that is one thing you cannot make me do. If we are going to steal, we should try to at least take something of actual value. Oh, yes! I will drive this up to Michael's Diner and bring the place down. Patience, Eliza, patience. Just a few more weeks, and the demolition team will let me push that button. Amos's conspiracy theories before lunchtime? Let me first find a tinfoil hat. Walking through a wall? Are you confusing me with Houdini, perhaps? Absolutely not. If you want me to pet something, find a normal cat. Now that is one big cat.
Heavens above! Look who deigned to grace us with her presence! If it isn't the worst mayor in history!
Oh, Michael, you are as funny as your food is edible.
I know, right? Hey, wait a minute! You want to say that again? I'm not scared to kick out the mayor.
You sure you want to try that, Michael? Considering how that worked out for you last time.
Damn you and your friggin' lawsuits, Eliza! How you managed to convince an entire jury that I hurt your foot with my butt is beyond me! Just don't stay here too long. You'll scare off my clientele. What a day! All these people in here and only $1 in the register!
With the food you serve, you should be grateful you even made that much.
Michael?
Eliza?
How is it possible that the last 3 mayors tried to close this place down, yet all have failed?
Silly Eliza! This diner has been here longer than the town itself! My ancestor, Miguel Caminante, founded La Taberna de Miguel over 500 years ago on this very spot. And ever since then, there's been a Barrett trying to take it down, and failing.
I will find a way to destroy it, Michael. And you know I always get my way.
And I say, bring it on!
Michael, I've read a few files containing records about this establishment. And let me just say, every single word was a nightmare. Poe would be jealous.
Hey, thanks!
That was not a compliment. Regardless, I find myself with some outstanding questions.
Do your worst! I got nothing to hide from you! Well, nothing besides what I'm already hiding from you!
How did your family come to open a restaurant here?
My ancestor Miguel was sentenced to death by Hernan Cortez!
Why would someone like Cortez bother with a walker?
Well, Miguel was in charge of feeding the crew, but after misplacing some ingredients, they accused him of witchcraft and attempted murder. He managed to escape with his pockets full of Aztec gold, which he used to build his tavern. He had one dream, to become the greatest chef in the world.
My condolences. So, this place was financed by stolen gold and built on top of a cursed graveyard.
Your point being?
My point being, this dump is double cursed. Which actually explains a lot, if you think about it.
But, Eliza, 2 negatives make a positive. So my diner's not double cursed, it's super blessed. That's just basic math.
Who will inherit the Walker legacy after you are finally after you?
Betty, of course. She's perfect. She loves the job. She already knows half of my secret recipes.
Michael, would you excuse me for a moment? Pardon me, where were we? Ah, yes. You know what? I have heard enough from you on this topic.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Will you vote for me this time?
Nope, don't think so. Not likely. Not happening.
Very well, Michael.
Absolutely not. Not in a million years. No way, Jose.
I get it. Are you...
When pigs fly, when hell freezes over, and, last but not least, over my dead body.
You know, I can arrange that last one. I have wasted enough time on you.
Feelings mutual. Now get the hell out of my face.
I am not going to converse with him again.
Miss Mayor, it's so good to see you. You're welcome to join me for dinner if you like.
Thank you for the invitation. But I would like to avoid contracting ringworm tonight. Thank you.
Well, then what can I do for you?
What is the current status of our casino project?
Operation Clean Eating is right on schedule.
Speaking of which, perhaps we could move up the demolition date.
As much as I'd love to, we need to wait. Rushing it could jeopardize the whole operation.
Wait, back up. What's getting demolished?
Oh, nothing much. Just a low life's pride and joy.
Well, glad to hear you aren't talking about my diner.
Why are you sitting here all by yourself?
I don't mind.
Now, what is wrong?
It's just... I find it hard to click with people my age around here.
Perhaps you would be interested in speaking with Mr. Slim?
Oh, John? No. There's nothing between him and me.
Oh, I know what's going on here. You're in love.
You were in love? With who?
And why do you care, Slim?
Yeah, Slim, why do you care?
I was just, trying to show interest in my fellow citizens. Yes, that.
Fine, I admit it. I'm in love with these milkshakes. Yeah, the milkshakes. Best thing ever. Right, Mike?
Michael, are you dead?
No, it's just no one's ever given me a compliment before, so I'm kinda stumped.
Savor it. You will be the last one you ever get.
Weirdos.
What you need is to partake in some extracurricular activities. There is a former athlete who needs help getting their life back on track.
You mean Garrick? I'll have to pass on that one. It's too dangerous. That little thing has a self-control problem when it catches onto the scent of...
Oh, so that's where the chicken wings were.
Oh no. Mike, what are you doing? Get rid of them immediately before it's too...
Oh, God!
Like hell, this is a game over. Get this thing out of the way now. Perhaps you are too mature for people in your age group. What about my right-hand man, Joseph?
I appreciate the gesture, Miss Mayor, but I don't see what Bucky and I could have to talk about.
Did your Aunt Debbie ever tell you how your Uncle Flavio met his end?
No, she hasn't. She says it's too painful to remember.
Joseph might be able to give you the details then, as well as explain what you need to do should a Wendigo show up in the middle of the night.
Italian! You can never go wrong with that!
Sad to say, he is not wrong this time. Just give it time. You will make friends eventually. I know you will.
Thank you, Miss Mayor.
I hope your father's trial goes well.
Don't worry. In Chicago, my father is king. There are many who will ensure his reign remains undisturbed.
Hey, Carrie, let me give you a little business advice. If you want to win a chess match, sometimes you gotta sacrifice the king.
That's the exact opposite of how chess works, Michael.
Don't worry. If we get that rat Martinelli out of the picture fast enough, he'll be at the casino's inauguration drinking margaritas by the VIP swimming pool.
That will be all, Miss Jones.
If anything else pops up, you know where to find me.
I have socialized enough for one day. Hello.
What do you want now?
Now, Linda, dear, why do I need a reason to chat with my offspring's friend?
Did you know you only call me Linda when you want something?
Miss Valentine, it has been brought to my attention that you still haven't signed your new rental agreement.
Wow. I never thought I'd see the day that power-mad Eliza Barrett would be working as someone's lackey.
Eliza Barrett is no one's lackey, but that is beside the point. What matters is that you must sign.
Oh, I must I? What the hell for?
Town Hall is running a special event today. Anyone who signs outstanding paperwork will receive a special gift.
A gift? What are you talking about, fool?
Mr. Cooper has a little box waiting for you. You will receive it right after you sign.
That's stupid. Whoever heard of getting a prize for doing paperwork? What's in the box anyway? Not that I care.
Oh dear. I'm afraid you must sign before you can look inside the mystery box.
Yeah, well, I'm not signing that thing. Can I shake the box? Not so I could try to figure out what's inside, but just because.
Shake it? Oh, it's much too big to shake.
Oh, what could it be? I want to know so bad!
Clock's ticking, Miss Valentine.
No, I'm not signing anything coming from you. I don't care how big the box is. Unless it's really, really big. No, leave me alone.
Those strawberry milkshakes are pretty good.
I'm afraid that door is now closed. I suggest we find a different approach.
Hey, I think this is the...
I have had a... I believe we have run out. If this is actually anything like ketchup...
Hey, no!
And 1, and 2. One thing's for sure, my glutes are getting a workout. I'll get my broomstick, see if you're so rebellious then. Come on, just stick already. We cannot use the book for this. Would not want a repeat of the broom incident. But when she needs help, she just reaches for it and boom, problem solved. And done. It's perfect, and there's no way she's gonna complain about this one. Oh, hey there, Eliza. Well, my bad hand's a little stiff today, but other than that, I'm peachy.
Election day is nigh, Joseph. Do you have everything under control? We do not want to repeat last year's incident when the dead had risen and voted for the opposition.
I flipped the coffins upside down this year. Trust me, by the time they realize something's wrong, they will be halfway to Australia.
Excellent.
Oh yeah, and there's one more thing. Remember the restaurant that shall not be named? Mike has promised one free hamburger to anyone who votes against you.
My God, Joseph, do you know what this means?
Congratulations on your re-election, Miss Mayor.
What will you do after you retire? I cannot imagine you sitting idle in a rocking chair.
Actually, I was thinking about introducing myself to the new mayor of Corona,
Joseph!
so that I can sabotage them from inside.
Your dedication is admirable. Your propensity towards crime is not. That said, I do appreciate the sentiment. Always a pleasure talking with you, Joseph.
Eliza, before you go.
Joseph, I swear, if this is about your armpit abscess again...
No. I was, thinking back on my life, reflecting on a few things.
Well, I do enjoy reminiscing with you.
Maybe we could start from the beginning. That is, if you're not in a hurry.
I am swamped right now. We will have to talk about this another time.
Okay, I know how busy you are. I mean, not as busy as someone who has to clean the entire town. You're too busy to talk to an old man like me.
I have no time to waste. If you change something in the past, it can also change the future. That is called a temporal paradox. My offspring will not be able to use the Necronomicon if you pick that up now. Creating a paradox that will probably kill everyone in town and definitely screw up the ending. Understood? Excellent. Pay before you pump, or you'll get a couple of pumps from my shotgun. Management. I feel my suit looks... US Route 285. It will take you straight to hell. I mean, Corona. When I am president, I will turn that hive of wretched snakes into an atomic testing ground. Sam is not here. Oh, right. This morning he was attending that towel origami masterclass, from drab to fab. Aloha! Leave shame at home and come to the grand opening of the Kamehameha Tiki Bar. We are on fire with excitement. Present this flyer at the bar, and the first drink's on me. Miss Valentine's future rental agreement. Honestly, selling her soul would be a better deal.
Sorry, Miss Mayor. Miss Valentine isn't here right now.
But... Your partner fails to see the benefits of signing this rental agreement. Perhaps you could help me convince her otherwise.
Sure, but let me check it over first. You can never be too careful with these. Okay, let's see. Okay, pretty standard. Wait, agreeing to forfeits her own rights of... Who the hell wrote this? Babe, you shouldn't be signing this. You shouldn't be signing this at all.
What are you talking about, fool?
Mr. Slim is just trying to prevent you from signing this awful contract, and I fully agree with him.
Wait a minute. Since when do you two agree on anything? Something shady's going on here. Give me that, Slim!
Linda, no!
Well, all's well that ends well. For me, that is. It is signed, and will win me Mr. Cooper's vote, which is all that matters. Save your judgment. I have done far worse things to win the election. Besides, Miss Valentine is a smart girl. She will probably be fine. I cannot share this information with anyone lacking the appropriate security. Gentlemen, I have held up my end of the deal. I trust you know what to do when the time comes.
Look, Mako, she succeeded where you failed. Maybe you could learn something from her. I would have gotten it done too, if you let me do it my way. Still, thank you, Ms. Barrett.
Indeed. May this be a mutually beneficial partnership. I think you will find that all of Rhinoco supports your re-election, Syndica. Truly, that is a woman worthy of respect. Perhaps we could assist her. Mako, I need a list of people in town who have recently passed on. It's time they perform their civic duty.
I'll dig up everything I can tonight and have a list on your desk tomorrow morning, boss.
It seems that was everything on the agenda for today, and with time to spare. Ah, that felt good. What is next on the docket? Petition to open Mayor Barrett's private swimming pool to all residents. Who would ever have the gall to sign their name to such a... Oh, everyone in town signed it. Everyone except me, that is. Rejected. Proposal. Expand Mike's Diner to chain. 3 new locations by next year. Petition from the Vatican. Eliza Barrett is engaging in immoral behavior in front of her dependent child. We insist Eliza Barrett join a nunnery immediately to save her soul from eternal damnation. Oh, offspring. Well, that is odd. By Lafayette's forgotten legacy. In my enthusiasm, I seem to have worn my stamp flat. Well, I suppose I shall have to reject this last cockamamie proposal later. Oh, I had nearly forgotten to talk to Mr. Huckleberry about the musician's vote. Let us see where he is playing tonight. Yes, I have the key. No, I'm not going to open it. Why? Lincoln and I hold private consultations in there. I'm afraid we do not...
Maybe if I put it in terms of a presidential race. Eliza Barrett, will you be my running mate until the end of time? Lincoln, you are about as romantic as a dirty shoelace. Maybe I'm overthinking this.
Overthinking what, exactly?
Eliza, what are you doing here?
I live here, remember? Are you feeling all right?
No, I mean, yes. I gotta see this through.
See what through?
Eliza Barrett, will you please be my co-pilot for as long as we...
Lincoln, we have been over this. I am not changing careers.
Not what I meant. I want to walk you down the...
Lincoln, it is far too late for walks, and I am tired.
Okay, fine. I get it. Look, I literally got a jet. Lapidus made the mistake of eating lunch at Mike's. Again. So, now we're down a pilot.
Wait, I thought you were staying the night.
Don't worry. I'll be back in the morning before you even wake up.
I really do not like the idea of you flying at night.
Relax, honey. It's a routine flight. Done it 1,000,000 times. What could possibly go wrong?
Have a safe trip, okay?
I will. I promise.
I still have things to do before going. Just the suggestion that I might be able to pick it up is amusing enough for me not to outright call you a numbskull. Despite spending his youth in Oahu, Max seems unaware that Moai are not from Hawaii. But who is going to tell him that after he brought it here single-handedly? Maxwell Powell, Ex-Marine, lava skiing champion, tiki bar entrepreneur. And the closest thing this town has to Montgomery Clift. A bit eccentric, but a better friend I have never had.
Look, Eliza! She's going to write about my bar! I'll be famous! The sky is the limit!
Mr. Powell, you are a veteran. Mayor Barrett, please, just a moment of your time.
Typical Eliza Barrett, always stealing the spotlight.
What can I do for you, Miss...
Peterson, Nancy Peterson, of the New Mexico Times.
New Mexico Times? What happened to the old one?
Oh, that's a new one.
And she came all the way from Maine to ask about my bar.
I would like to ask you some questions, if you have the time.
I'm afraid that a personal interview request must be made at least 6 months in advance. Perhaps I could ask you some questions instead.
Me? Oh, I am not so interesting.
How is your article coming along?
Very well, thank you. I must say, I was really excited when they offered me this piece. It is not every day you meet such a brilliant, charismatic woman who will run the country one day.
Oh, Miss Peterson, I am honored.
But sadly, the mayor of Corona canceled.
I see.
Mayor Barrett, it was only a joke. I am very happy to interview you, of course.
When will the article be published?
As soon as I return to headquarters, I will hand it over to my superiors. They will make sure your town is on the cover of the next Albuquerque Journal.
Excellent. But I believe you said you work for the New Mexico Times.
Oh. I am sorry, I misspoke. Of course, we are an imprint of the Albuquerque Journal.
Then I trust you have a good working relationship with the editor-in-chief, correct? Could you tell me his name, please? I would like to send a gift basket of fine local products to show my appreciation.
Of course. It's Vladimir Feikov.
What? What happened to Ken Parcel?
He retired. Yes, retired. Very suddenly. We even threw him a surprise party.
I see. The thing is, Ms. Peterson, I just made that name up. The editor-in-chief of the Albuquerque Journal is my good friend, Edwig Minster. He has no plans to retire, hates parties with a passion, and despises cake.
No comment.
That will be all for now, Ms. Peterson.
Certainly. I'll be around if you need me. From a 1 to a 10, how would you rate the town's defense?
Little busy right now, Eliza. Why don't you drop by later?
Well, if it isn't Mayor Barrett. You must be happy now, aren't you?
I am, but I do not understand your little comment.
Amos took my baby girl.
I was not aware you were a parent. Congratulations on the blessed event.
What? No! My guitar, my precious Gibson Electric Blue. And don't act innocent. This has your claw marks all over it.
I had nothing to do with that. Perhaps if you emitted fewer misophonic screeches.
First, you close KGFL. Now, the sheriff illegally seizes my property, making it impossible for me to work.
Yes, Mr. Huckleberry, but look at the bright side. You have so much time now to find a quieter, more productive hobby.
I'll never give up on my dreams. I'm gonna revolutionize music one day. You'll see. You'll all see.
I can count on your vote, right?
Well, I would.
Why do I feel like there is a but coming?
But you've broken a lot of campaign promises.
Mr. Huckleberry, I can assure you there is absolutely no connection between the promises I have made and their alleged failure to uphold themselves.
Do you even feel bad at all for the people who lost their jobs after you shut down KGFL?
Ultimately, the failure of the KGFL was a direct result of poor administration. Town Hall cannot be faulted for allocating its budget to higher priority projects.
Yeah, tell that to my buddies Walter and Frankie. They had to seek work in Corona, Miss Mayor. Corona!
Oh dear, those poor, poor people. May Washington himself have mercy upon their souls.
So, in good conscience, I can't vote for you. Hope you understand. Well, unless...
Unless what?
Unless you help me record my first album. If you do that, you'll get my vote. Deal?
I have no choice but to accept. How exactly are we going to record your album?
We just need to follow my 4 steps to Rockin' Glory Guide.
Oh, please do enlighten me.
It's easy. First, we need to get my guitar back. Second, we need to find some kind of recording device.
This seems reasonable so far.
Okay, the third step is to get a tape to put in the recording device, so don't forget that. The final and most important step is to mail that baby to my record company.
This seems straightforward enough. I may require further details later on, however. Remind me, how do we record your album?
Which step do you need help with?
How can I get your guitar back?
A musician with no instrument is like Mike without roadkill. Like Betty without dynamite.
All right, you have made your point. What exactly do you expect me to do about it?
Your lapdog Amos took it from me, so make him give it back.
How am I to retrieve your guitar again?
Your lapdog Amos took it from me, so make him give it back.
Why do I need to procure a recording device?
We need a way to actually cut the album. And since you shut down the only recording studio in town...
How was I supposed to know that my actions would have consequences? Besides, returning your guitar should be compensation enough.
You're the one who's trying to win an election, Miss Mayor. I'm just a vote you desperately need.
Touché, Mr. Huckleberry. I shall see what I can find.
Oh, and don't forget, we'll need a blank reel, too.
How am I to retrieve your guitar again?
Your lapdog Amos took it from me, so make him give it back.
How am I to retrieve your guitar again?
Your lapdog Amos took it from me, so make him give it back.
Can you not record this without my help?
Kinda hard to run the equipment when my hands are busy.
And is there no way you could spare me from listening to your infernal wailing?
Of course I could, but where would be the fun in that?
Can you not record this without my help?
Of course I could, but where would be the fun in that?
I think I have all the information I need.
I'll be here if you have more questions.
Without your guitar, you have no reason to be hanging around here anymore. Go home, or get a job or something.
I'm on a hunger strike. I'm not moving until I get my baby back.
Well, congratulations on your new lifestyle. Regardless, if you are still here by 6 a.m., you will receive a parking violation.
I don't give a damn. I'm not moving until justice is served.
We'll see about that when Miss Valentine brings her tow truck. Why do you not simply buy a new guitar? Problem solved.
Monster, demon, devil. How dare you suggest I abandon my baby? What would you do if someone took the most important thing in your life away, huh?
Oh, please. No one could ever take my career from me.
That's not what I meant. Jeez, poor Betty.
Why is that instrument so special to you?
Since the day my pal Harry Russ brought her to me, she's been my baby girl. She means everything to me. She's my world, my life, my soul.
Do you not think it is time to live a more conventional life? A real job, a house, maybe even a partner and child.
Oh yeah? And how did that turn out for you?
It is funny that you ask, Mr. Huckleberry. Do you know what happened to the last person who asked me that?
No. What happened?
Ask me something like that again, and you will find out. I will be on my way now.
Hey, Miss Mayor, one question. Why do you hate music so much?
I do not hate music at all, Mr. Huckleberry. I just think everything is inferior to the dulcet tones of traditional Hawaiian compositions.
What the?
In fact, you've inspired me to push through a new and very important local ordinance, prohibiting any non-Hawaiian music to be played, written, sung, or thought about within 30 miles of this town. Capital punishment is the only possible way to enforce this, of course.
But...
In short, Mr. Huckleberry, I suggest you swap the guitar for the ukulele.